Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hellcase Cup 8. We've got Gambit Youngsters taking on Sprout. And while my name's Dycha, I'm going to be joined by Hawker throughout this one. We had Dwayne on a little bit earlier on, some Australian action, but we're right into this one. Let's go to Spiidi taking down nafany. faveN looking for a little bit of action on the glove. He's going to manage one, going back in for a second, but not paying off. And now Shiro looking to be the hero here for Gambit Youngsters. They so often. Now he's looking for just one more headshot to collect. It's going to be Spiidi swinging into the open. And he's got to be a kill for him on the P250. 1-0 as Sprout will pick up the pistol.
Nice start for Sprout here on their T side of Vertigo, which is a map that Sprout don't play too often, but Gambit Youngsters have gone for the pick. Gambit Youngsters really like this map, so they're going to hope that they can come back into this one. Just hit $23,000 on the dynamic prize pool, by the way, Dycha. That just ticked over between the series, so that's great to see. Prize pool keeps on going up thanks to you guys over on Hellcase buying up those cases. And we're going to get into the second round. Scout for Supra, force buy for Gambit Youngsters. Let's see what they can do.
Well, Axel, he's going to fall. Dycha able to take him down, and now a man advantage in play here for the Sprout side. And coming into this matchup, I'm definitely favoring the Gambit side. I think they should be taking this relatively easily. I think Sprout have looked pretty rough. I think you were even saying earlier they definitely have a few weaknesses. What is that from Shiro?
I didn't even see. I kind of looked away for a second. I didn't even see if he was in midair or what the hell just
dropped
happened.
off the box and immediately finds the headshot upon impact on the floor. Now he's looking for more. Snatchie moving forward. It has been a little bit quiet for the Sprout roster. I would like to see him get back to that performance that we know is capable of. He did take a little time off, and sometimes that can certainly affect a player. Maybe it takes a little time for Snatch to get back into things, but it'd be a perfect time for him to show up. Denis was playing well earlier, and he's got himself a kill already in through, and Sprout looking for their second round.
Interz are looking for a fight at mid, but this round is basically over. Might be worth saving at this point for nafany and interz. And another B-site success for Sprout. Using that B-site of Vertigo early in the game. I generally like using the B-site early, because most teams like to go back to the A execute once they get the full gun rounds, once they get the full nades. So I think if you use that B-site early in the game, you can kind of keep your opponents guessing a little bit easier. They're able to get a nice 2-0 start. So Sprout getting off onto the right foot here on their opponent's pick.
Well, Sprout. It's going to be the 2 Khalils, the Mac 10 for Denis, the AK-47 in the hands of Spiidi. Over here for Gambit Youngsters, this is going to be a little bit of utility. I'm actually happy to see Gambit Youngsters start to pick Vertigo a little bit more, especially in this kind of tournament where, you know, I've already said very confidently that I believe Gambit are the best team in this group. This is where you can pick these kind of, this map against a lot of these teams where they're not going to be able to do as much, I don't think. I feel like Gambit Youngsters, this is one of those maps they can definitely win consistently against some of these weaker teams. One's going to be Denis picking up 2 early frags. Supra and Shiro both gone. Snatchie manages 1 and 1 kill from nafany. Managing to come through, but that's all he will find. And relatively easily picking up 3 rounds here, Sprout. That round easily gets collected for them. But now the issue becomes, Shiro has an AWP in his hands, and we've got the M4s in the play for the rest of the Gambit Youngsters side. Utility starting to come on through. This is the true test for Sprout early into Vertigo.
Yeah, and you were saying earlier you want to see snatchie maybe offer up a bit more for Sprout or get back to that level we know he can play at. Well, this is a real test up against Shiro, who's always a very dangerous author on this Gambit Youngsters team. He's so consistent, he's so good at always putting up numbers, and he's got the AWP out here on Vertigo. Early ramp progression from Sprout. They've taken a little bit of damage, but they've got this ramp control safely, so not a bad start for Sprout. Now they can start to set up some plays. They've Molotov the sandbags as well, and Gambit Youngsters are just going to be playing back from the bomb site.
nafany forced back by the Molotov. Nice shot from Shiro coming through on the right side of the box. Snatchie gone as Denis runs forward with the Mac 10. It's Supra coming back in with the M4, and Denis picked away. That's going to be a man advantage to the good here for Gambit Youngsters. Back, Supra actually extending around the corner. Do a little bit of extra damage, but now Sprout starting to struggle They don't have a whole lot of utility left, and the man down already. This will certainly be difficult to get in towards this A bomb site. And Shiro, he's going to go aggressive into a short. Oh, it's a missed shot somehow. Goes for the second attempt as well, and no way. faveN has just opened up the round again, moving forward with a double kill. He will eventually fall into the hands of interz, but that should have been a kill from Shiro. I don't know how it wasn't. And suddenly the round has flipped on its head. It's all on Axel. A 1 versus 2 retake of the A bomb site. The nade is going to go through and stop the bomb from being planted. And in fact, it stops Spiidi from being alive. The follow-up kill comes in quickly, and it's Gambit Youngsters with their first.
Oh, he didn't know where the AWP was at the end there, though, so Axel didn't get to save the sniper, which is actually a real shame, because now Shiro only has the FAMAS into this round, whereas snatchie gets to stick with the AWP over on the Sprout side of things. And you can already see, because it was only Axel surviving, the money, or the buy in this round even for Gambit Youngsters, is kind of compromised. It's not perfect across the board. So even though Axel did really well to win that round, it was a great clutch, timing the nade and the kill at exactly the same time, there's still more work to be done for Gambit Youngsters here, and Axel was thinking about going aggressive, but Spiidi's got the initial kill elsewhere.
Nafany out in towards middle. It's going to be interz. Quick instruction. Smoke goes deep in towards the stairs. Dycha just below the B stairs trying to get involved. It's faveN, who nearly flipped around completely there for Gambit Youngsters. Nearly turned it around completely and sent them packing in the round number 4, but unfortunately didn't go their way. And now we stand with Sprout with the advantage, looking to try and break this economy down for Gambit Youngsters. They are starting to struggle a little bit on that economic front. Not a whole lot of utility left here for the CT side to delay. Sprout are gathering outside of the B bomb site at the moment. Alex looking to try and just execute on in. They limit the positions, clear out quad with a Molotov. Now Axel's position needs to be good for at least 1 kill. He's going to peek out into the open. There's one. interz now the second pillar of defense. Can he get anything done? He can. That's the bomb dropped, and now he falls away alive. So it is a 3v3. Moving forward, it's Spiidi. 1 kill picked up. That's all he needs at the moment to keep the advantage in for Sprout. He goes forward for a second. He's got it, and it's a cleanup coming in for the German duo. Denis and Spiidi managed to pick up a 4th round for Sprout. They don't even need to get the bomb planted.
Sprout looking pretty sharp at the start of this game. Maybe carrying over some of that form from the previous series they just played. Some of the individuals showing up early into this one. Both Spiidi and Denis joint top fragging for Sprout off the back of these early rounds, which is definitely a positive sign for them. And we've also seen them go back to that B site in that round. The smokes come into the site, and even though Gambit Youngsters were able to delay things somewhat, Sprout ended up just moving in, pouncing on the players who were stuck behind the generator. And I think the nades did what Sprout needed them to. They were able to get onto the bomb site safely. They were able to force Gambit Youngsters to play it fairly passively. And that just allowed Sprout to establish control of the site and just get the kills from there. So nice stuff from Sprout early in this game. They've shown a fairly B-centric start. They've generally been focusing on the B site in these early rounds, but it's been working out pretty nicely for them. And unfortunately for Gambit Youngsters, they're going to have to save in this round. Just a few pistols and a couple of nades available.
2 players holding middle. Now this is a little bit overkill, and now Shiro going to be wanting to get aggressive, but that flashbang is actually going to prevent him from going forward. He doesn't want to go around the corner. Instead decides to keep his gun alive. We shouldn't be expecting too much from Gambit Youngsters here. And yesterday, I casted the Gambit Youngsters, Alex, without you, and well, they had a pretty similar pattern as to what's happening today. They started off super slow. The good part was they certainly warmed up into the map, and they were able to win them pretty convincingly after they lost a few. And I mean 6-1 down, 7-1 down at times. They still recovered the game. So I'm not feeling too scared for the Gambit Youngsters just yet. It's all about Sprout trying to continue this.
Yeah, I think the main takeaway is just that at least Sprout are looking good individually, that this is definitely what we needed to see from them at the start of the game. Because something that is a bit worrying for this Sprout squad, I think, is that they're up against this obviously young team of Gambit Youngsters who are filled with skilled players. So Sprout can sometimes struggle, I think, to hang with teams like this who have skilled players across the board. Even against Excellency, there were some situations there where it felt like Sprout were getting outskilled. So against Gambit Youngsters, you'd expect that to happen much more often, especially now that the buys come through. Shiro's back on that AWP. We've got the guns across the board, and we've got another chance for Gambit Youngsters to get themselves going early in this game. But first, it looks like there's a bit of a pause before we get into this 7th round.
Oh, well, certainly needed, I think, for Gambit Youngsters. All going up against the Sprout team, it's going to be the most difficult within their group. I think that's pretty clear from when we take a look at just from the eye test. You sort of see that Sprout is certainly the team coming into this that can rival Gambit Youngsters the most. And this is definitely the matchup we were expecting to be sort of the final two, right? Looking for those top spots. And it has played out that way. I think Sprout have looked a little weaker. Gambit Youngsters haven't had too many issues. And now Shiro, getting aggressive, will catch off Spiidi. Man advantage picked up. Very important gun round here, but Axel's been dinked down to 9 HP.
Oh, and there we go. He can't get back to safety. Shiro also hits the deck. Dycha getting a couple of kills onto this B-bomb site, and he might just pull the trigger here. Interz has gone up close in the smoke, but they're passing by him. Interz can hear these steps, and he's about to pop out of this one. He might be able to get some kills. He might be able to make the play in this round. He hears the bomb button, and here we go. Interz gets the freebie. He's looking for more, and he's alone. 1v2, tries to turn it round, but it's not going to happen for him. Dycha gets a quad kill on the round. Great stuff from the pole, and great stuff from Sprout overall. They keep on finding success on that B-bomb site.
Yeah, and that's kind of crazy because they start the round with a man deficit, right? They lose that early player. And it's impressive to see them be able to recover so effectively and get the round win. I mean, when Shiro gets that opening kill, it can be difficult for pretty much any team to recover that at this level. So, yeah, that's a brilliant round coming in from Sprout, and they'll be very happy with it. 6-1 up. Now Gambit Youngsters face the half buy again. You know, they're down to 2k in the bank. Yeah, they've got a couple of Deagles in here, but they certainly need to start getting round wins. And even after a pause there, they can't make it happen. This is a little bit scary. This is their map pick, of course. Vertigo, one of the maps that Gambit have been definitely leaning towards a little more now, so this is certainly one you'd be favoring them on the matchup against Sprout, but they have been struggling so far, and time to try and change that. Sprout gotta sit back, just passively waiting for its A ramp aggression. Got so much utility. They don't really need to be forced to make a play. It's certainly looking good for them across the board.
Shouldn't be too difficult in this round, you'd hope. Spiidi gets the first kill. Second player peeking. Spiidi now has that information. They could molly the man out of that position, potentially. But Sprout are just going to play it safe, slow it down, and just take their time. 45 seconds left. They don't have to commit to anything, but snatchie's going to lead the way onto A with this AWP. Almost lands that shot. He's going to keep on going. It's the AWP entrying right now, and it's working out fine for them. Sprout got themselves onto this A-bomb site.
Well, Axel taking down Denis. Bomb getting planted. Dycha certainly making sure that it comes through. The retake attempt looking to come on in. Dycha up on the boxes. Holding an advanced position. It's going to be difficult to expect that if you go around the corner here as a C2 player, but they realize saving over what they've got is probably the best scenario here. They maybe pick up an X there too, but you want to carry that AK into the next shot. You want to carry this light Kevlar. Shiro just looking for that exit kill, carrying the Deagle into the next. So Sprout up 7-1. Now this is definitely not the start that I was expecting from Sprout, but I'm not complaining. I think they kind of needed this start to be able to compete across the series, and it's good to be able to see that there will be a competition in this matchup, because I was kind of scared that we would see Gambit Youngsters kind of roll over the top of them, but this is a better Sprout showing up early.
Yeah, we're seeing some of the signs from that previous best of 3 coming through, in that Dycha's playing very well. He's got 9 kills, only 2 deaths right now. He's been a really important piece of this Sprout team. He's clinching a lot of round wins for them. And then Denis and Spiidi have also turned up their fragging, so that's a good sign. But here comes another buy for Gambit Youngsters. Shiro's AWP has been pretty active across the map so far. This time he's playing on the A side of the map, and it looks like Gambit Youngsters have been able to take that early A ramp control, or or at least deny Sprout some early aggression this time round.
Well, the nades coming in towards B stairs. This is a slower round again for Sprout. They don't feel the need to rush into anything early on or go straight for an execute. They feel comfortable just playing it slow across the map, using their utility up and getting themselves into these better positions. I certainly am a fan of that. I think the Sprout system is a little bit slower and allows you to get yourself into solid positions. Look at the money that's building, Alex, because they're playing percentage Counter-Strike. They're not taking straight up aim jewels against Gambit Youngsters, which is where you're going to lose most of them, right? Because Gambit have so many players in this team that can just straight up aim jewel you. But if you're playing methodical, you have a game plan, you're approaching this with utility, being methodical, have a system in place to effectively trade. This is where I think Sprout might actually have the advantage.
This is the first round that they've really taken their time, though. 30 seconds, and they're still no closer to a bomb site. That could become a problem. If Shiro lands some shots, you could be in trouble. Axel's got the opening kill, and there's Shiro coming into play. The AWP lands 2 shots. Sprout just can't find this trade kill. Shiro sniping them down with ease. And even though Denis has got 1 kill onto the site, it's too little, too late. Gambit Youngsters get their second round on the board, and that man Shiro is starting to show up to the server.
Yeah, and he can be a little bit slower at the start of things, but once he gets going, he can be very, very difficult to break down. We've seen that in their last series yesterday. Shiro started the first map pretty quiet. It felt like he wasn't really there. Moved on to the second half of the first map, and that's when he started to hit some shots. Then started the second map, and Inferno was a little bit quiet, and then started hitting back-to-back quad kills. So you really don't know what you're going to see out of him, but you know it's going to be good eventually. So this is kind of scary, and what continues, it's going to be Shiro with another opening. He needs to be careful. Oh, he pulls the flash. I think it probably would have been far better there with a pistol in his hand. That's what I initially thought he was going with, but tries to pull the utility. I think he pulled the wrong nade at the first time as well. That's some crucial seconds for him, and now faveN moving forward, taking down nafany, who was looking to try and plug the hole that Shiro left, looking to try and get that trade kill in, but faveN, he's been so good at the start of this and finding another impactful kill into one short. So 4v3, man advantage in play, and Sprout a quicker round, but it's paying off for them at the moment. With Denis' position, they surely find another.
Yeah, the B site is actually wide open right now as well. Axel's given that one up. He's focusing on this mid position because he's worried about the fact that Denis could be in behind him. So this is a real concern for Gambit Youngsters. A save could have to be the call here if Sprout are able to execute onto B. But oh, what a reaction from Axel. Such a quick shot. And now we can focus much more on the B bomb site and try and see if he can lock this down.
Axel walking forward around the corner. It's going to be one headshot immediately coming through on towards Axel. And now they move forward. interz just sitting back behind the smoke. They're on towards the site itself with 23 seconds left. The utility coming on in. Supra from the back lines. faveN's already got himself 2 in the round. He will be looking for that 3rd kill. But if Supra approaches from the other side, he might just be able to find him. And that is brilliant. 1 kill coming in from Supra. He went for the spam on the following players towards quad. And now it's interz time to shine. Can he get back to the bomb site? He's spotted and he's tagged and sent into a body bag. It's Supra last alive now. 1 versus 2. The Molotov heads towards the site. He ducks out. He knows he can't win the round. The time is too far gone. He just holds them at bay with the utility. And I'll save the M4 into the next. And that's another good round from Sprout. One that certainly could have went either way. But one they'll be relatively happy with. 8-2. They've already won the half.
And this is a really strong start from Sprout. They've just slowly been able to edge out all these rounds to get to this position. I think Shiro there making the early mistake was definitely a problem, but then the second player just gets caught by faveN's flashbang. faveN peeked before the flash actually went off because the player had his back turned, and it was really well timed by faveN. He got the kill because of it, and up in the 4v3, Sprout then find the gap in the defense. They find the weakness on the B bomb site. Axel can only do so much on the hold, And Sprout are playing this methodical playstyle that you were talking about, where they're trying to outmaneuver their opponents, and it's working really well for them so far. This is really what we had to see from Sprout to win this game, and that's a great shot from Dycha. Axar's close by, he might line them up, damage done, but Dycha is somehow still alive, and he somehow gets the kill.
Yeah, I really don't know how Dycha pulls that off. 24 HP, still alive, still walking, and now Shiro in towards construction, multiple players on the other end of this. Not exactly the weapon that's good for multiple players coming into the same position. And well, there goes the first shot. Can he find the second? Not expecting the player creeping up behind him. And Denis is going to find this. There's the uppercut. A second from Denis. He should have been dead. Now nafany, the last remaining player. 1v3. He's spotted. Doesn't react to Dycha. I don't know if he thought he was on the left side. Just heard the scope or whatever. But couldn't see Dycha there, and a little unfortunate. It's 9-2. Sprout are dominating on Gambit's map pick. And this is just incredible. Gambit Youngsters have certainly had the buys, they've had their time, but Sprout are just winning.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to, right? It's the riflers as well for Sprout that have been stepping up. Snatchie has been pretty quiet throughout this.
I feel like I haven't even had to say Snatchie's name at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. Dycha's continued his success, he's continued to have a lot of impact. This time even getting some of the earlier kills in this round, which was nice to see. Because in the previous rounds, he wasn't doing as much of the early round work, but this time around he gets it. And now nafany playing close with this 5-7. This might not be a bad position here. Oh, nafany tries to make the play, but faveN's ready for it. Opening frag found for Sprout and Supra. He's got this gap. Nice headshot from Supra, and he can back away safely.
Can indeed. Interz able to find one back in on the deagle as well, so certainly a man advantage in play here for the Gambit Youngsters off the back of the pistols. It's faveN, snatchie, and Dycha to a 3v4 as they move forward. faveN's going to be the front man. AK-47 in his hands. He'll round the corner and check the boost. No one there, and he'll check his cover right. There's two shadows here. He knows it, and he's going to spray away. 2 kills picked up for faveN, and he's pulled the round back. That's 3 picked up for him in the round. Not showing any signs of stopping. Sprout have taken this A-bomb site. Gambit Youngsters have to concede. There's an AK, so worthwhile saving that.
Gambit Youngsters wouldn't have been expecting to have to just save AKs here on Vertigo, though. They'd have been expecting to be winning some more rounds than this. They've only got 2 on the board. One of those rounds came off the back of Shiro lining a bunch of shots and just doing Shiro things. There's not been much consistency in Gambit Youngsters' success so far in this map. Gotta give credit to Sprout, though. Like you were saying, I did not expect this on Vertigo. This play style that's come through for them, where they just look like they're always comfortable and always in control of the round. They've done a very good job at taking mid-control pretty often, and it's making life difficult for Gambit Youngsters on those rotates between the sites. I feel like mid has generally just gone in the favor of Sprout, and they've been able to make the most of that. And now Gambit Youngsters could really do with winning 2 or 3 of these rounds at the end of the half here, just to keep themselves in contention.
Yeah, I feel like if they don't win any more than this, it's probably just over. Sprout have done so much on this attacking side that I don't think it's even slightly recoverable if Gambit Youngsters lose even 2 more here. So, a lot to do, a lot of work to be done, and we'll see if they can make it happen. Yeah, I've got the open hands of Shiro. They have got the tools to find success, but it's all about finding that success. A little bit more difficult. Snatchie, I just feel bad for the guy. He's just posted up, and nafany getting aggressive, cashing him off, and he just really hasn't got involved. He's got 5 kills at the moment. Obviously, AWPing from the T side of Vertigo can be difficult at times. I feel like one of the only AWPers, well, there's quite a few, but one of the AWPers I enjoy watching the most on T side Vertigo is Kenny S. I think he can certainly do wonderful things here on the T side with the AWP, but for the most part, your average AWPer is going to have a bit of a difficult time here.
And faveN has actually decided he's going to have a go with it. Even though snatchie couldn't find success, faveN's looking for a way into this round with the sniper. We haven't seen many just full-on A takes from Sprout with all the nades over the top. Normally, they've been able to get early kills when they've gone for these A plays, but this time round, it is going to be a bit of an execute onto the A site. A couple of smokes coming in, and Supra's going to struggle for vision here as Sprout move into this A bomb site.
Moving forward, it's going to be Supra coming back away from his position, but Burton's to a crisp faveN actually walking away with that and just up on top. Sprout playing with so much confidence right now. This is catching Gambit Youngsters off. Now we've got a 3v4 retake of the same bomb site. It's certainly going to be a difficult affair. Looking for the wallbang. Shiro not finding anything. And well, their chances of winning this retake are so low, so they probably realize they have to save this open to the next round. They have so little money left over, they can't really afford to go for this. Well, there's another round added to the tally for the Sprout side. 11 now on the board. I'm starting to get a little bit scared if I'm Gambit Youngsters. This is starting to get to the point of becoming unrecoverable.
Yeah, nothing has gone to plan for them really throughout this game. This is absolutely getting out of control at this point. Supra there didn't even really get to see anyone. He just got mollied out of position, died to the molly. They don't do anything to deny the bomb plant. They try and play for retake, but they just lose a couple of players so quickly that they can't really do anything from that point onwards. Nothing's been going right here for Gambit Youngsters. Everything has been going against them. They get to save some guns so they can continue to buy into this next round. But Sprout have just been too good here on Vertigo. Honestly, it feels like Sprout are the ones who picked this map. It's been Sprout who have just kind of outclassed and out-tacticianed Gambit Youngsters, which is a real surprise.
Yeah, Sprout came into this one ready. And it's pretty nice to see, considering their start in the tournament was rough. I was not really having too many high hopes of them moving forward, but they've dug deep. They found themselves a recovered position now. At the end of this half, with more than 11, I certainly see them taking Vertigo. Even at this point, it's still very likely that they do. But if Gambit Youngsters, you know, we're coming to more here, Alex, 11-4. It's one of the scorelines that is a little misleading. You know, a team can certainly come back from that if they get the good start in the second half. Axel's actually, looking for that run boost, or at least the utility coming around the corner. They gathered below B down. This is going to be a big haul from Axel. He needs to find success. He doesn't rattle off the shot, but he does get info.
He's keeping this nade, and he finally throws it at the right time. Damage done across the board. 3 players taking damage from that nade. It's a nice start to proceedings for Axile. It might assist him on his B hold as he gets flashed in for a quick headshot. Interz gets the flash assist. Axile gets the first frag. And again, snatchie is not getting many opportunities to even shoot that AWP Dinko.
Well, Axel walking forward. It's going to be Spiidi taking his head off. Now 4v4. Snatchie, yes, silence continues, but luckily his team are fragging as they move forward. It's a B hit going in, but interz hasn't been checked. He hasn't been cleared. He's going to find one, but there's no one close by for the second follow-up. Nafany's going to have to do that work. And now Dycha manages one back in, blinded and tucked back in the corner. 30 seconds left for Dycha to try and get involved. 30 seconds for him to spring into action. That's exactly what he'll do. 1 kill picked up. faveN further back on the stairs. Now into a 1 versus 1. Up against Supra, he jumps up. That's a perfect way to play it. Just so much confidence from faveN, jumping up on top of the sandbags, looking over the top, spotting Supra and taking him down. It's a 12th round on the board for Sprout. Gambit Youngsters is just having an absolute nightmare on their map pick.
Yeah, Sprout even styling on them a little bit there at the end in the 1v1. Gets the spray through the smoke, jumps over to spot him in the first place. Wow, this is really impressive stuff from Sprout here, because Gambit Youngsters played that round pretty well with the flashes into A ramp, with the ability to slow down the push in the first place. It was all looking good for Gambit Youngsters, but Sprout seemed to always find a way to win these rounds. And let's see if they can do the same again in this one, because Gambit Youngsters in this round have the man advantage. It's nearly turned even better for them. faveN only survives on 17 health. At least he gets away. Sprout have got to do some work to get back into this round again.
Well, Denis, how's he got to this position? Yeah, that's the question I was asking, but he's going to be shut down anyway. Now Spiidi and faveN. 2v5 now, 1v5 for Spiidi. At least it's a 3rd round for Gambit Youngsters, but not brilliant. I have to say the half was pretty dire. There were certainly opportunities though that they could have got into things, but Sprout obviously winning the clutches, winning the majority of the close rounds. So that is going to be a 12-3 half coming in from Sprout from the T side, and I'm feeling pretty confident about this. Dycha has continued to light them up, 15-5 at the moment, currently top of the scoreboard, and like you said, it was the riflers who mainly got the work done for them there.
Heading into the second half, this pistol round is needed for Gambit Youngsters, I think it's fair to say. Shiro gets given, or rather buys himself a P250. No Kevlar for him, he has to buy some nades. Axile also has a smoke and a molly. So a couple of pieces of utility for Gambit Youngsters. If they wanted to go for the A play, they have the 2 smokes which can cut off the site, but look at snatchie. He wants to get involved. He wants to get involved early. Action. Gets the first shot, but Axile's always going to be there for the trade. Early information gathered for Sprout, but a 1-for-1 trade isn't the best for them. Gambit Youngsters can definitely work this out from this position, and they're going to start to maybe line up some of those nades.
The Molotov, the smoke, or whatever that was, decoy, going in towards the sandbags. We're trying to freak a player out, hoping that he swings. Now that is, you know, if you got a $50 investment, it's not bad. You just toss it in behind the sandbags, let a player run out, thinking there was a Molotov there, perhaps. Dycha standing on the site, it's going to be smoked up, and now he looks down into the ground. Spiidi is going to try and peek up, trying to grab info, but he's not going to find much other than death. As alongside Dycha, he finds the same fate, and well, this is a pistol round that Gambit Youngsters desperately need to find, and well, it's looking good at the moment. 4v2, denis and faveN having to get themselves back into this, and I think they potentially realize that it's not looking great. So we could save these 2 sets of Kevlar. We have got a kit as well. We'll carry this into the next round. We'll have something to play with. Well, Gambit Youngsters, they find the pistol very convincingly. That's a 4th round added.
Yeah, a couple of smokes into A, then a couple of quick kills onto A. I think they may have even landed some of those shots through the smoke. It was hard to see in all of the chaos. But the main thing is Gambit Youngsters pick up the pistol. A much needed pistol for them. 4th round on the board, and Sprout just get to save a couple of pieces of Kevlar. Sprout decide to do with those ahead of this round, because it's not like a force buy would be great for Sprout, but at the same time, if they save this round, their buy into the next wouldn't be good either, so they might just commit to the force. Snatchie's already been dropped to scout, so that's going to be some investment, and yeah, the rest of the players will be buying up MP9s and pistols. Sprout will look to see what they can do, and Vertigo's a map where you definitely can take some close-range fights, so the MP9s especially could be powerful. We'll see what Sprout are able to do with their force buy.
Well, nafany. And down the ladder, we'll be walking forward with a Mag 10. Supra at the bottom. denis around the corner. Sitting with the MP9. Shiro just sitting back. Galil in his hands as they walk forward. Corner to the left side. 2 players now peeking out from Gambit Youngsters. It's going to be Shiro with 1. Supra coming back in as well. And that's denis picked out of there. Sent to the grave. 3v5 can ensue. A 2-man advantage in play here for the Gambit Youngsters. They want to walk up the ramparts. Dycha just sitting back at the deagle. They come his way. He's usually good for 1 on this weapon. It's methodical here from Gambit Youngsters. They realize they cannot afford to make any mistakes. They cannot afford to lose this kind of round. They have so little picked up from the first half. They've had to make the perfect play in the second. It's going to be Dycha. There's the first kill on the deagle. He's going to go back for more. Damage being landed. Kill yet, but he's still standing. That's an issue for the Gambit Youngsters. As long as he's still alive, there's a problem. And finally, he's picked off. Now it's faveN looking to try and fill the void that Dycha left. And it's 1, 2, and nearly a 3rd in from faveN. But he finally dealt with. But look at the HP. This is doable from Spiidi. Bit of a gap on the smoke as well. Like, this is perfect for him. Spots the low HP of Supra, but cannot take the shot. Just 1 bullet anywhere in the body at this point, maybe other than the feet here on interz, is going to be a kill. So Spiidi certainly has a chance to pull this off, but with the limited time due to the lack of kit, he's got to move quickly, and they've double stacked together in short. So this is the perfect way to play this, and Spiidi's going to tap, trying to pull at least 1 into the open, but they're not biting for it. They're going to finally go forward. It's going to be the headshot immediately coming around the corner though from Supra, and a 5th round picked up from Gambit Youngsters, but they lose quite a few players.
Yeah, Sprout putting up a fight in that round for sure, especially with how low health those players were at the end there. Unfortunately, though, Supra was so quick that there was no way to win the round. And the thing that sucks for Sprout is that even though they've done damage in that previous round, they don't really get the chance to try and continue that in this one. They don't get a massive investment. So unless they can land some great shots with the pistols, they might just have to take a loss in this round and move on to the next. And that would give Gambit Youngsters a bit more breathing room. And there we go. nafany gets the kill up close. Mac-10 goes charging on in. Shiro is alone here at ramp. This is a bit of a risk. Molotov should flush this man out of position. Easy kill could be lined up, but Shiro's struggling. Eventually gets the spray down he was looking for, and he will be able to hold his nerve.
A double kill, Shiro and Supra. Would have won a couple on in, and now Denis, the last remaining player. B3 on his hands. They're going to be running back over towards the B side of things. This ain't going to be easy at all for Denis, but if he picks off one, that'd be pretty impressive. He's got himself in a decent position for it. Should be clearing this methodically, though. The bomb plant will eventually come through. Shiro's a low HP player, and while the Mac-10 will take down Denis, it's going to be the round picked up for the Gambit Youngsters. 12-6. Now, they are halfway there, Alex. Now comes the buy of Sprout. This is going to be their first real test in the second half here, Gambit. They came close to losing a couple of the previous rounds as well. So this is certainly an important time for them. Open the hands of snatchie. I'm hoping he can do more here on the CT side.
Yeah, you'd hope so. You'd think so. There's more options here on the CT side for sure. Flash goes up. Oh, faveN might be in trouble, but he gets around the corner safely, and they don't realize he's here. Kill from faveN to kick things off. How is he going to get away safely, though? Well, the smoke goes down, and he's actually good to go. He can just hang around in the B stairs. Good map control early into this one. Dycha is getting aggressive for Sprout as well. Supra seems ready for this. Supra holding the angle, but he doesn't pull the trigger. Dycha reacts first, and Sprout get themselves an early man advantage.
Well, a great advantage to hold, followed up by snatchie. Getting an easy kill from the elevator room. Catching the players trying to cross by inside of middle to construction, but it doesn't really work out for them. Things are looking real good for Sprout. 2-man advantage. Looking for a 13th round, but nafany. Oh, nafany. Here's a kill on towards snatchie. Tricky discipline. Lines up the headshot. Cleanly decapitates him from behind. Snatchie just completely unaware. And now Dycha looking to try and patch up the hole as he heads back up towards the ramp side. nafany is going to be here. His teammate Shiro towards the bottom of the ladder. It's one kill from nafany. He's doing so much, Alex. He's pulled this back into a 2v2. It's completely winnable now for the Gambit Youngsters.
30 seconds left for them with nafany trying to lock down the A-bomb site, trying to make sure that the bomb can be planted. Smoke gives them even more opportunities here. Moving on to the site itself, and the bomb is about to be planted. nafany already moving away, and Shiro is also going to get away safely. That smoke has done wonders for them. It's got them back to safety, and nafany continues to hang around, perhaps a little bit too long. Spiidi sprays him down, but here comes Shiro. First shot is good. Shiro almost gets the second, but he misses on the flick. Spiidi makes sure to react with a kill of his own, and Sprout hold on for the round. Good effort from Gambit Youngsters, but Shiro missing that second shot, unfortunately, is the death sentence for him. Sprout get their 13th.
Well, now 3 away from victory, Alex. 3 away from sending us to map number 2 with our opponent's map pick under their belt. I definitely would never have predicted a 2-0 for Sprout coming into the series, but now I'm starting to see that as a real possibility. Because Gambit Youngsters look a little bit flat today. Yeah, Shiro's had some moments, but for the most part, you know, he's missed a few shots as well. It's been pretty quiet from the entire team, and Sprout have looked good. And maybe even with the extent of snatchie maybe stepping up, that's something that could even add to the Sprout roster here. So they have room for improvement, and they're playing so well already. So it's a great time for them to get 14. They certainly have the better buy coming into things so far, especially with Gambit Youngsters having to scrap together what they can. Quite a similar buy, I think. It's fair to say.
Not bad. Definitely not bad for them. The only concern I might have with Sprout is that their pick of Mirage is one we just saw them play against Excellency, and they lost it 16-8, and they didn't look too comfortable or convincing on that Mirage. But that was their first map of the day, and after that they seemed to warm up. So yeah, Mirage will be interesting once we get there. Right now, though, it's all about Vertigo. And wow, did Axel get run boosted, or how the hell did he just get there? It doesn't matter either way, because he's got both of the kills. And Gambit Youngsters surely should be set to win this round with an early 5v3 advantage.
Well, gathering out the bottom of the ramparts, it is going to be Gambit Youngsters with that huge advantage. It's such a crucial round. You know, Sprout win this, the money's gone from Gambit. We'd likely see Sprout hit 15 rounds on the board here, Vertigo. But this round looks to be recovered, and if Gambit hit this A-bomb site, it's going to be a safe call coming in from the CT side. They're gambling on B. It's not going to work for them. And it's going to be Sprout saving their weapons into the next round, so Gambit will go get themselves a 7th round on the board. It's kind of important that Sprout save every single player here as well, because they haven't got any money left in reserve.
Now, hopefully they should be fine to save those guns. Gambit Youngsters still playing it pretty patiently, but they're finally going to move into this A-bomb site. Smokes have gone down. There's no one here anyway, so it's all just the protocols and the procedure, just in case there were players close by. Finally, Gambit Youngsters get that bomb planted, and now it's a question of what do Gambit Youngsters do at the end here? A couple of the players have got weaker weapons, so maybe those guys could want to go hunting. Maybe it could be worthwhile for them. We will wait and see. Sprout currently just sitting in the B stairs. And it doesn't look like Gambit Youngsters are going to go too aggressively here. Looks like both teams are just going to sit back and should be able to save their guns into the next.
Terrorists win.
Well, it's all about, you know, taking this one round at a time, Alex. Starting to look at it as a long game. And yeah, you didn't have the greatest of starts here, Gambit Youngsters, but if you can start to chip them together, get yourself round after round, then potentially, very small chance, but you can get yourself back into this game. Sprout coming into this, they've got a decent little buy coming into this one overall. They leave as much money in the bank as possible. Don't fully invest in the two players. They just go for the Kevlar and the pistols around the safe weapons. So this is certainly a round where Sprout can win. Gambit Youngsters, they should be favored coming into this. And this is the first important step of a very long road back into things.
Smoke Sween, we won't have any early action here in round 21. Shiro joining his teammates at mid, where snatchie was holding until about a second ago.
Oh, that's
and he's just gone off the angle. Yeah, that's a bit of a shame. There was a molly about to land, though, so I guess it's not the worst timing for snatchie, and he's still got a chance for a fight here.
Well, good kill from Shiro. snatchie, well, his woes continue. What did this guy do? Did he break a mirror? You know, the black cat crossed his path, Alex, all those little superstitions, all playing through for snatchie. Denis able to find one, nafany gone, a second on the P250. Now that is nice from Denis, but unfortunately the rest of his team not doing much, so not really looking too winnable at the moment. I got a feel for snatchie. I mean, he had the most important weapon in play. He needed to do more, but Dycha, okay, 2 kills in the faveN and now a chance to win the round. It's all on Shiro. A 1 versus 2, and the faveN runs over the top into the A-bomb site. And Shiro's desperately looking to shut Dycha down. He's now switched out to an AK, and he's looking to finish the job himself. Low bullets in the ammo count alongside low HP for Shiro. What is that headshot on towards Dycha? That is just a disgusting round overall. Finally, he's picked off by faveN. But my god, Shiro, you nearly made that happen. That would have been unbelievable. That shot on towards Dycha is so disgusting.
Yeah, it really was, but it doesn't even lead to the round win, unfortunately. Dycha coming in on that flank, I think, was the big difference maker in that round. Getting that second kill so quickly with the faveN. Not easy to do with the faveN either. It's not normally a weapon you see get kills that quickly, but he gets it done. And now Sprout are just 2 rounds away from victory. They're rocking a double AWP setup with Denis taking this AWP over to B stairs. He takes the early aggressive angle, but Shiro also has an AWP on the T side, and he's going to be smoked off at the ramp. So not many options available for Shiro. He's just going to have to sit and look over the smoke, and Sprout aren't giving him the chances.
Double AWP setup. Hopefully we'll see an AWP kill come in. Maybe more likely from Denis. Did have his little spell of AWPing actually when he went over to Big. A very weird time. But do or die time now for Gambit Youngsters. They lose this one. I think we're done here. I think we're getting off the scaffolding. We're getting off the workplace, Alex. And we're heading on to the second map because this is definitely looking like a done deal. Sprout wrapped this thing up. Very slow, methodical approach from Gambit Youngsters, but Sprout haven't given them anything. They've not given even an ounce of utility in the back of faveN and snatchie away. They have plenty of it left on this A site. The flash is going to go through, and that Spiidi peeking with it. Not exactly played to perfection, I have to say. Supra is going to take that opening kill. Spiidi gets slowed by a couple of bullets or something now on his push. I got stuck, and now moving forward, it's going to be a nice shot. Nearly landing from snatchie, but not getting the kill. And now, this is looking okay for the Gambit Youngsters. They've managed to scrim them off the bomb site. Lineup could be in for Dycha as he goes over the top looking to deny the bomb plant, but luckily the Gambit Youngsters will manage to pull it through, and snatchie picked off again without getting anything done. Shiro stops Dycha from recovering the AWP, and now it's faveN back on the boost alongside Denis. Do they go for this? A 2v5? I don't think so. So it has to be the save call. They were looking for that second AWP, but it's on the other end of the wall, and they can't recover it too easily. And look at this, Axel. He's the player with the pistol. He's completely expendable. So they sent him over towards this B bomb site to try and get rid of the save. And this could be huge for the next few rounds. You know, Sprout lose everything here. This is looking good for Gambit.
Oh, you might not expect this player. Okay, Axel eventually gets the kill he was looking for. No save guns for Sprout. Gambit Youngsters keep every single player alive. And yeah, that could work wonders for their economy. Sprout should be saving in this round. And if they really want to get a buy into the next, it's going to have to be a full save pretty much across the board. Snatchie can, I was going to say drop some pistols if he really wants to, or he could just go for the force buy. And that's the decision he's made. He's going to buy up the AWP. Sprout realized their money's so bad that they'd rather just force up into this round. So this is really the time that we need to see Snatchie shine here.
Come on, snatchie. All this slow starts and weak affairs has all led up to this point. Can snatchie do anything with its AWP? He needs to be the hero for Sprout in round 23. And what will we see, Alex, from snatchie? A little boost coming in with Dycha. Wasn't too far off the lineup. He's going to go up again. This time, a different boost. And well, he's dead. I think that was always going to happen there, Alex. I don't think that was the best decision. But when your back's against the wall, you've got to try something.
At least his dead body did a cool little flip. Better than nothing, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's something.
I mean, they haven't done any damage, but they looked kind of cool. So that's something. 50 seconds, and Gambit Youngsters are fully focused on the ramp. Denis has pushed all the way through B. So they have stacked this A site. They've got Snatchie's AWP here, but what's the AWP going to do over the top of these smokes? It's going to struggle. Finally gets the opportunity off the back of the boost. Nice shot from Snatchie, but even still, he's going to struggle to find more. The boost comes in again. They should be ready for this, but Snatchie is landing shots with this AWP, and he's given Sprout a good chance to try this round.
Well, snatchie. Oh, nice shot, Shiro. Gonna fall. Nice flick from snatchie. That's 3 picked up on the round. He's gonna go forward. And well, Alex, who hyped him up, we said he needed to show up in this round, and well, he's done it. 3 big kills, make it a 4K. Finally, snatchie delivers, and it's a 15th round on the board for Sprout.
Yeah, credit to Sprout for setting him up nicely as well. That boost worked a couple of times. Gambit Youngsters couldn't adapt to it. They didn't really realize that boost was there, I guess, or at least they didn't get the chance to trade because Snatchie was getting those shots and those kills so quickly. So over the top of the smoke, Snatchie finds the angle, and And now Sprout are up to a 15th round win, only needing one more to get this victory. And yeah, definitely an underwhelming start here for Gambit Youngsters. Looks like Vertigo's going to go against them. And we're going to have to see them stepping up into the second map, because the comeback on Vertigo is not looking likely right now.
Well, it's going to be one kill from Supra. Dycha gone. And well, now it's going to be a 4 versus 5. A man advantage in play here for the Gambit Youngsters. Now, can't really afford to let this go. Sprout will take it over the line if they win this. Now, got the double up setup still in play, so that's certainly a setup that can allow them to pull it back. If Spiidi's going to get the trade kill. It's a 4v4 again. And now Gambit Youngsters start to gather over towards B. Axel's been the player trying to make space here, trying to get involved towards this side of the map so often. And he's here again, trying to cause a couple of problems. As they move forward, it's Denis rotating to the back lines of B. Now this AWP, it should be good for at least one kill here. I feel he's got to at least get one from the position as they come in towards him. It's going to be very effective utility usage to get him away from this position. Got Axel already boosted up over the wall side, so obviously that's blind to the vision of the AWP of Denis. And now the second AWP is over here as well. This is not going to be going well for the Gambit Youngsters. Denis with another kill. He'll look for more. Finally flashed off the angle. Almost would have liked that flash to come in a little earlier on before the first player peaked. And now snatchie and Denis, they just light it up and they clean up Vertigo. It's going to be an easy pickup in the end for them in that last round. And what a performance for Sprout in that first half that they managed to close out in the second.
Yeah, really good stuff from Sprout. Really impressing us, I think, individually and tactically. They look good across the board. And hey, Mirage, if they can show up on that map, they could take this 2-0 and they could shock us.
Take that paper out of your face, Alex. It's time for a break. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after this.
Hellcase. Big update and new features in the case battles. Updated and convenient interface with new options. Up to 4 users can participate in one battle now. Create and customize your battles, any number and any type of cases. Choose the number of participants and invite your friends with a unique link. Watch the best drop and win everything. Don't miss epic battles on Hellcase.